زي ما قلنا الجوينتس بتاع السكال they're made up of sutures. Okay, number one, sutures. Two, the joints between the teeth and the maxilla, or the teeth and the mandible, they're called, number two, Gomphosis. And three, we have this joint here. It's the temporomandibular joint. Okay?
Okay.
So we will dive into details about each right now. For number one, sutures. They are joints between the bones that surround the brain. Sutures are joints that surround
The brain.
the brain. Okay. Sutures are joints that are found between bones that form the borders of the cranial cavity, يعني around the brain. Okay. Sutures are classified as fibrous joints. Fibrous joints.
Okay.
The bones have fibrocartilage between them. The bones have fibrocartilage between them. The type of movement here is synarthrosis. Type of movement here is synarthrosis. In other words, no movement here, no movement between those bones. Okay?
Okay.
Examples of sutures. Sagittal suture. Here, this one. Sagittal suture between the parietals. Coronal suture between parietals and frontals. And finally, Lambdoid suture between parietals and occipital. Okay?
Okay.
First point done. Second point, Gomphosis. Same exact thing about sutures. They're fibrocartilage, they're fibrous joints. The fibrocartilage is found between the teeth and the alveolar socket. No movement, synarthrosis, and example between teeth and the alveolar socket in maxilla or mandible. This is Gomphosis.
Can you repeat again, where are they located? Like the part
Yes,
of the teeth?
between teeth and alveolar socket in maxilla or mandible.
Okay.
Okay, this is for Gomphosis. And finally, we want to study the temporomandibular joint. Okay, and I will show you here and share with you notes about it, which might be very useful for you. Okay,
Okay.
just give me a second. Joints of the skull. Yes, here, 182. Give me a second. Yes. Okay, I found it. Let's share it with you. Here, here. Do you see it?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. And I will have this in here as well. And we'll share both the screens. I hope you see both things now.
Yeah.
Okay. So now The third joint that we're going to discuss is this one. It's his favorite, temporomandibular joint. Okay?
Okay.
Write in your notes the type of joint. It's written here, synovial. Synovial of condylar. Condylar type. Condylar type synovial joint.
Okay.
Okay? Articular surfaces. What are the articular surfaces in this joint? Number one, the first articular surface is mandibular fossa of temporal bone. Mandibular fossa of temporal bone. The other surface is
Mm.
condylar process of mandible. Condylar process of mandible, or in other words, head of mandible. Now, point number 3 about this. Between temporal bone and mandible. Temporal bone and mandible. Point 4. There is an articular disc. Wait, here. It's not very, but just know that there's an articular disc. You can see it here on the notes on the other side. There's an articular disc between head of mandible and the articular fossa or the mandibular fossa. There's an articular disc, okay?
Between what and what?
Articular disc between head of mandible and mandibular fossa. Okay?
Okay.
Deal. طيب, number 5. The ligaments. The ligaments. Number 1. Temporomandibular ligament. Temporomandibular ligament. And we have to know it connects what to what. Temporomandibular ligament connects zygoma. This place is called a zygoma to neck of mandible. The lateral, this ligament, temporomandibular joint connects zygoma to neck of mandible.
Okay.
Second one.
These are similar articulations, صح?
Sorry?
The ligaments are also part of the articular surfaces.
No, articular surfaces is just between the bones.
Okay.
That's the one I told you.
Yeah, okay. So ligaments is a separate point.
Ligaments is a separate thing. Yes.
Okay.
So ligaments. Ligaments are basically used to stitch this joint together and not make it move. Okay?
Okay.
Ligaments, first we have the lateral temporomandibular joint. Next one, stylomandibular ligament. Stylomandibular ligament. Between styloid process and angle of mandible. You can see also here.
Yeah, okay.
Lateral aspect of styloid process to ramus of mandible, the angle, above the angle. So, styloid process to angle of mandible. Stylomandibular ligament. Okay?
Okay.
Third one. Sphenomandibular. Sphenomandibular ligament. Right here. Sphenomandibular ligament. From spine of sphenoid to lingula of mandible. Sphenomandibular ligament from spine of sphenoid to lingula of mandible. And finally, number 4. Not this one. Don't know if it's here actually. Okay, it's not here, but it's called pterygomandibular ligament. pterygomandibular ligament from pterygoid humerus to mylohyoid line of mandible. Pterygoid
From
humerus to mylohyoid line of mandible. Pterygomandibular ligament.
okay.
Okay. And the last point about this joint is the muscles. It's controlled by muscles of mastication. Controlled by muscles of mastication.
Again for the muscles.
Sorry,
Again for the muscles.
I can't hear you. Can you say it again?
Can you repeat again what you said for the muscles?
Yes, this joint is controlled by muscles of mastication.
Oh,
يعني
okay.
the muscles used to chew the
Yeah.
food. Muscles of mastication. آخر حاجة, last thing we need to say, movements.
Okay.
Movements. Depression, elevation, protrusion, retraction, side to side movement. These are the movements here that I'm pointing at with my mouse.
Okay.
The mandible can depress, can elevate, can protrude, can retract, can move side to side.
Okay.
Okay? Easy so far?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, how many points are left? We have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Only
Only.
2 points left.
Yeah.
Now we have to start using our lessons, Vinen, to do one issue of DR1, and the rest of the time we will be revising osteology. Like you memorize, you come back to class, and you narrate. So please, we will hold classes. Like if, يعني, what I would like you to do is when you come to class, you have at least 4 issues memorized. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
And the rest of the class we will use to do DR1 because you're basically done.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Okay. طيب.
Mhm.
Other than that, please, if you have any questions, shoot me a message. طيب, and we will be done for now.
Okay. Great.
All right. Take care.
Okay. Thank you, Haitham.
No problem. You're welcome. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.